used to be very afraid of it too. So afraid of it that I kept a flashlight with me all night. Until one day, someone told me a fairy tale about a tiny timid bug that was also very afraid of the dark, just like you. Once upon a time, in the dark woods, there lived a tiny timid bug, a very common bug. And the woods that he lived in were no different from other wooden places you might see. But every evening, when day turned to night, the woods getting very, very dark, the tiny timid bug started to become afraid. One night he was sitting under a leaf, shivering with fear. The bug saw all kinds of horrible monsters. There was one with long fangs and mouth open wide like a suitcase. And there was another with sharp claws reaching out for him. As the night dragged on, the woods grew scarier and scarier. As the dark closed in, he became more and more afraid. Finally, the bug could no longer stand it, and he cried out, "Oh, I'm scared. Mother, please, mother, help me. Please turn on the light." All the animals in the woods were terrified by the shouting. Half asleep and having no idea what was going on, they scattered around in every direction. The bug saw the animal shadows scurrying around the woods. He became frightened and cried out even louder, "Help! I'm dying!" All those noise the bug was making was causing a poor little food pixie suffer. She had to fly to the school to learn all kinds of magics. But because she was so sleepy, she would fall asleep during a lesson instead of listening carefully to her teacher. Everybody knows that when you fall asleep during class, you can get bad grades. The pixie made up her mind to end these nighttime concerts. She flew over to see the bug in the dark and she said, "Good evening, dear bug. Why are you always shouting so loudly? Look around. All the animals ran away." "Who did they run away from?" asked the frightened bug. "From you. You're such a monster." "I'm not a monster," said the bug, crying. "I'm small. I'm afraid." Then why am I not afraid?" asked the pixie. "I'm also small." "Yes, but..." Then the bug started to whimper. "But look, you have a bright lantern, and that's why nothing scares you." The wood pixie said, "Yes, that's tough. I'll have to conjure the small lantern for you." So she started saying her magic mantra. "Let's question hedgehog. 1. Brush, fish, sponge. 2. Cheese, tomato, sugar cubes. 3. Hocus pocus, lantern, turn on. And bam! Instead of having a lantern, the bug had a light of teal. "This is what happens when you don't listen carefully in class," thought the pixie to herself. The bug giggled. He looked around and noticed that the monster with long fangs and mouth wide open, like a suitcase, had turned into a rotten stump. With the light of his tail, he could see that the monster with sharp claws who was reaching out for him looked like an ordinary juniper tree. And then suddenly the lightning bug realized something. There's actually nothing at all to be afraid of. Every night he would switch on his tail and fly around until the morning and catch upon a sleep during a day. And the wood pixie, just before falling asleep, would smile as she gazed at bright little star, which slowly flitted from branch to branch in the silence of the night. Okay, sweethearts, the time has come for me to say goodbye. Sometimes you might be seeing something in the darkness, but there's no reason to feel afraid. Take my advice and be happy. Thank you. I hope you liked the story.